Children. Young creatures full of life and optimism. Unfortunately, this was a kid who was abused by his dad at home and by the kids at his school. This was the kid you would see at the park sitting against the fence all by himself because no one wanted to play with him. This was the kid who would get blamed for farting in class when it wasn't even him. This was the kid who was ridiculed for his weight and for the way he looked and for how he would talk. This was me. And just when I thought being bullied at school wasn't enough, I remember going home every day to an alcoholic and abusive father who really didn't give a shit about me at the time. I remember just always asking to go to the neighbor's house or one of my friends' houses down the street and being told no because he said so or because I had spent too much time over there. The worst was when I would ask for help with my homework, and if I didn't get the answer right away, I would get yelled at or hit with my school stuff. This was my life though, and there was nothing I could really do about it. The only thing I could do was turn my attention to video games. Video games were my escape from this horrible place that I called home, and they were what would drive me through the day. Video games were my passion. Eventually, my mom asked me to move in with her, and of course I said yes. I wasn't able to bring the PlayStation I had to my mom's house, so all I had was TVs and movies, which was fine with me because as long as I was spending time with my mom, I didn't care what I was doing. I would sit there and watch these crazy reality game shows such as Big Brother with her, even though I had no idea what was going on. Eventually I started watching the show with her every summer, and now we watch it together every year. We even started watching other shows together like Survivor. Movies are also something we share. We love watching a good movie together, or even watching one by ourselves and recommending it to one another. I felt like maybe film was my new passion, and that one day I could even make one. My mom and I created this amazing bond and relationship over something so small, but now it's grown into something so much bigger than the both of us. It's become this unbreakable bond between a mother and her son that nothing can change, and I'm so thankful that she raised me to become the man I am today. As I grew up, video games became a huge part of my life again. I would play every day for as long as I could. I even made a few friends over Xbox and got to keep in touch with some old ones. Video games were still my passion. I loved them so much and played every day for the entirety of my middle school life, which was about 2 years. When high school came around, I started to think about what I wanted to do in my life, and 2 jobs immediately came into my head: a filmmaker or a video game designer. What did I want to do? How would I decide what to do? With my future in mind, I found myself taking a media class all throughout high school and falling even more in love with film. Editing my videos is what I really like doing. Being able to evoke emotion through sound effects, music, cuts, and everything else. Film is what I really wanted to do, and is truly my number one passion. All of these experiences have led me here today to Full Sail. The good, the bad, and the ugly experiences of my upbringing are what made me who I am today. Someone who knows how to connect with people. Someone who knows how to build relationships through kindness rather than anger. Someone who has felt pain, but also knows love. But best of all, someone who has a passion for film.